Welcome to our second session on Python Panda series. Today we are going to see what is meant by attribute of a series object and which are the common attributes that are used. Attribute means it is a property that we can use with a series object. We know that series object has got index values, data types, etc. So these are the properties of a series, and these properties can be used to display the values what we want. We will look at the common properties or attributes that are used in a series. Series.index will return the index of the series. Series.values will return the data of series as an ND array. Series.dtype returns data type of the series object. Series.shape returns tuple of the shape, that is shape means remember rows and columns of data. Series.nbytes returns the total number of bytes of data. Series.ndim returns number of dimensions of data. Series.size returns number of elements of data. Series.item_size returns the size of the data type of one data. Series.hasNans returns true or false if nan value exists or not. And series.empty returns true or false value if series is empty or not. Now look at the examples here. Let us take OB1. OB1 is a series here with index value 1, 2, 3 and data value 31, 28, 31. This is the object that we are going to work with, OB1. Okay. Now if you give OB1.index, see what is returned here. 1, 2, 3, that is the index value is returned in the form of a list. Okay. Now if you give OB1.values, you get the values that also in the form of a list 31, 28, 31. This is the value. Okay. Now OB1.dtype will give the data type of the series object. Here the data type is int64 that we will get if we give OB1.dtype. OB1.shape is giving 3 because there are 3 rows here. Number of columns is only 1. Columns is not specified. This is a single dimensional data type that we are working with, the data structure that we are working with. So it returns 3 comma just to show that it's a one dimensional data structure and it has got 3 rows. How it is 3 rows? 1, 2 and 3. So 3 rows. Okay. Then OB1.in bytes will is returning 24. Now this is connected with another 2 attributes. You see OB1.item size here. Item size will give the number of bytes for one data. You see here it is given as 8. So one data in the series requires 8 bytes and the size of the series is given as 3. That means it has got 3 data inside that. So total number of bytes will be 3 into 8, that is 24. That is how it is coming 24 here. Then ndim will give the dimension. This is a one dimensional data structure, so we get 1 here. And this item size will give given a warning here because it is a version difference. Now this item size may not be available with further versions of Python. OB1.hasNans gives false because our series does not contain nan values. Okay. Now OB1.empty will give false because this is not empty. Now consider another series. We have created OB7 here as an empty series. Okay. pd.series, we have not given data here. Now if we give OB7.empty, we get the answer as true. Similarly, we create another object OB8 with the following data. Here we have given nan also, so that when you give OB8.hasNans, here you have true because our series now contains nan. Hope it is clear. Now we will go to the next point, that is how to access the series objects and its elements. We can access the elements of a series object in 2 ways. We can do it: accessing individual elements from the series, or we can access slices from the series. How to access individual elements from the series? To access individual element, we can give the index in the square bracket. See the syntax here: series object name, square bracket, and we have to mention the name of the index. Suppose this is our series. Okay. Now, if we give s of 16, see, yes, bracket 16. 16 is the index here. So we will be getting the value 402. Is it clear? Now consider this is our object, series object. If you give S square bracket April, that is APR, it's in the index value here. S of April will give you 30, that's the value here. Okay, this is how you will access the data using the index value. Now we can access the data using slices also. Hope you remember how to slice string and all. Slicing is a way to extract subset from a series object. Slicing takes place position wise and not index wise in a series object. This is important. The index in a PADA series doesn't have any connection with the slicing. Okay. Now consider the series that is given here, index and data. Okay. Now position will be by default 0, 1, 2. There is no change in that, as we have learned in our list and all, list, numpy, array, etc. The position remains as 0, 1, 2. Okay. Index values are different here in the series. It is Jan, Feb and March. Now S1 colon if I give, it will represent which data? S1 colon means, you know, if the index position is here, starts from here, and 1 colon means last index is not specified. So it will take all the data from 1, that is Feb 28 and March 31 will be there in the output. Now look at the examples here. Consider this series, that is OB1 is given like this, OB2 is a series given like this, and OB3 is a series given like this. Okay. Now see what happens when you give OB1 square bracket March, that is accessing using index value. You are going to get the data 31. Now OB2 of 2, OB2 of 2 will give you 17. OB3 of 9, OB3 of 9, the index value 9, you have the data as 18. Okay. Now what will happen if you give OB2 of 5? OB2 of 5, there is no index like that in the series, so it will give you an error. Now see how to use slicing. Same objects I am using here, OB1, OB2, OB3. And how to use slicing, you see. OB1, 1 colon. It's a previous example that we have seen. OB1, 1 colon. So 0, 1, this is the index value, 1, 1. Starting from there, stop index is not specified, so all the data will be taken. So February 28, March 31. Next, OB2, 2 colon 4. See OB2. 2 colon. Now this is here index value and position is same only. See, index value and position is same. So 2 colon 4 means 2. It starts from here. 4 will not be taken. So 2 and 3 will be coming. Okay. So 217 and 320 will be there. The answer. Now see OB2 1 colon 5 colon 2. Now step value is given. So step value is given means you have to increment by 2. So starting with 1 again, 114 will come. After that you have to increment the position by 2. So now it goes to 3. 320 will come. Then it will be out of index. We have given 5 here. 5 will not be taken. So anyway, it is out of index. Next, we have given negative indexing also. OB3 minus 1. Minus 1 if it is given without any step value, it is taken as 1. So minus 1 plus 1, you cannot go forward there. OB3 of minus 1 will give you the last row here, that is 1224. Now if step value is given as minus 1, the square bracket should be given here. Okay. OB minus 1 colon minus 1. Stop value is not mentioned, but step value is given as minus 1, which means that first data is minus 1 and second data is minus 1 plus minus 1, that is minus 2. Minus 2 plus minus 1 minus 3, like that. Now data will be printed backward, that is 12, 24, 11, 22, 10, 20, 9, 18. Hope this is clear how to access data using indexing and slicing. Moving on to the next topic, operations on series object. So we will be learning 5 types of operations that we can do on series object. All are easy only. First one we have already learned, modifying elements of series object, the head and tail functions, vector operations on object, arithmetics on series object, and filtering entries. Okay, let us see the first one, that is modifying elements of series object. Data in a series can be modified by accessing data using index or slices. We have seen in the last session that how to access data using index or slices. Now using this we can modify the values of a series also. And please note a very important point, we cannot change the size of a existing series. We can modify the data of the existing series, but we cannot add new data to the series. If you add new data, it will become another series. It will not be using the same address. So see the example syntax here, that is if you are using index and you have to write series of bracket index is equal to new data value. So we are using slices, then series object bracket start, stop and step value also you can use equal to new data value. To see examples, before that we will see modifying index also. If you want to, you can modify the index value also. If you we cannot change the size of the existing series. If you want to modify the index value, then you have to use the attribute index. This index attribute we have learned in the last session. So index is equal to new index array. For example, s dot index is equal to square bracket 1 2 3, which means that this 1 2 3 will be the new index value. Okay. Now we will see the examples. Consider these three series that we are going to work with, OB1, OB2 and OB3. Okay. See how data is being modified here. I have first tried to modify OB2. OB2 square bracket 3. Now which is the data, OB2 square bracket 3 was 20. I am writing OB2 square bracket 3 is equal to 25. And after that, if I print OB2, you can see that for the index 3, the new value has come as 25. Same way you see OB3 you please see what is the index value data of the index 10, it is 20. We have made it as 100 here, and if you print OB3 it becomes 100. Now this is for changing the index value. OB1, you look at OB1, what is the index here? It is January, February, March, isn't it? Now we have given index is equal to OB1 dot index is equal to 1, 2, 3. Now you see what is the index value of OB1, it has changed. Now it has become 1, 2, 3. Do you understand? Again, once more you look at the same examples series that we have taken here. Now see this example using slices, how do we change the data? Okay, OB3 1 colon 3. Come to OB3, which will be 1 colon 3. Can you say which will be 1 colon 3? It starts with the 10, isn't it? This is 0th position. This is the first position. So this is the first position, and 3 is the index. So 3 last value will not be taken. So 1 and 2, isn't it? So that means this 10 and 11 will be coming, and the value is changed to 55. See this? It has been given as 55, which means that these two values have to be changed to 55. Now if you print OB3, you can see that 9 remains as 18, whereas 10 and 11 changes to 55 and 12 remains as 24. So what will happen if you give OB2 of 3 colon is equal to 88, 99? Here different data is given. Here same data was given. So the same data was used in the different index values. Okay. Now here different data is given. 3 colon OB2, come to OB2, which is 3 colon, which is the position 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, same, and it's here. So 3 colon, last index is not mentioned, so which means that after that 3 and 4 both should be considered. Now since 2 data is given and we have only 2 indexes left here, it is correct proportion, so it is substitute 88 and 99. Next, one more example, OB2. Now here step value is given. Okay, OB2 step value is given. OB2 is the same OB2 with the OB2 will be working with this OB2. Okay, because OB2 has been changed here. So for this OB2, 0 colon 2 means 0 is the position here. After that which should be taken? 2 should be taken. After that 4 should be taken. Now what is the value that has to be given? Only one value is mentioned, that is 200. So for 0, 2 and 4 it becomes 200. Hope you understood how to modify data using slicing. See one more example. Here the same thing has been done with different values. Okay, here we had the same value. Here we have used different values. So there it has become 11 1 1 1, and here it is 2 2 2, and here it is 3 3. Okay. Now the second operation that we have to learn is using head and tail function. The head function is used to fetch first n rows from the series, and tail function is used to fetch the last n rows from a series. You see how it is being used: series object dot head and series object dot tail, and inside the bracket we have to specify the number of rows to be fetched. For example, consider these three objects. Okay, and ob1 dot head, if you give simply without giving any number inside the bracket, the full series will be printed without any change. Now if you give head of 1, it means that the number of rows to be fetched is 1. So the first row, that is January 31, is printed. Head of 2 means we have to fetch the first 2 rows. So Jan and Feb, both rows, first 2 rows are printed. OB2 dot tail without any number here will give all the series data. If you give tail of 1, it means from the last only one row, that is 4 3 3 3. And tail of 3, you see what happens from the last, then 3 rows. Okay, it is coming in this order only, that is according to whatever is there stored here, that is 2 3 4 in the same order. The last 3 rows will be printed if you are giving like this. Hope you understood how to use head and tail functions. Now next, third operation that we have to see is vector operations on object. This vector operation concept we have learned in NumPy also. To see what is meant by vector operation, operations are called vector operations when the applied function or expression applies the operation on all the individual elements of an object. We can apply operators like arithmetic and relational operators like plus, minus, star, slash, star, star, less than, greater than, not equal to, isn't it? All those operators can be used with the series object. You see the example here. OB2, let this be OB2. OB2 plus 3. See the data? That's all data has been added by 3. Isn't it? Let's look at the next example. OB3 greater than 20. The relational operator is used. Now, wherever it is greater than 20, it has given true. Wherever it is not greater than 20, it is giving false. See the next example. Again, relational operator equal to equal to. It is checking whether it is equal to 31. This OB1. OB1, remember this is January, February, March. That was our OB1, object 1. There, January was equal to 31, so it is true. March is also 31, so it is true. February is given as false. And OB1 not equal to 31 means it will be in the reverse way. Okay. You see the next one, that is here it OB1 is given. OB1 floor division 7. Floor division 7 means divide by 7 and take the integer part. All cases it will be 4 only. Whereas percentage 4 will give the remainder after division. So you can see that for 31 it is 3 and 28 is perfectly divisible by 4. So the remainder is given as 0. So all type of arithmetical and relational operators can be used on series, and if you apply this operator, or it will be applied to all the individual elements of the series. That is important. Our fourth operation is arithmetics on series object. We can perform arithmetics like addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. on two series objects. The operation is performed only on matching indexes. If the object have no matching index, then NaN will be returned. Now this is the important point that we have to take care. Operation is performed only on matching indexes, and if the object has no matching index, then NaN will be returned. Look at the example now. We consider these three series. What will happen if we are giving OB1 plus OB2? Please have a close look. Look at OB1, index values 1, 2, 3. OB2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, which are the matching indexes? 1, 2, 3 is common, isn't it? So, for 1, 2, 3, all will be added. Okay, corresponding values will be added. That means 31 plus 14, then 28 plus 222, and 31 plus 88, that will be added. For the index value 0, there is no index here, so there nan will be given. And for the index value 4 also, there is no value in OB1, so there also nan will be given. And the output will be in the order of the index. You see here the output is given in the order of the index value. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the first output, OB1 plus OB2. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. For 0, there was no matching index in OB1, so answer is nan. For 1, there was matching index, that is 31 plus 14 will give 45. And for 2 also there was matching index, 3 also matching index, so corresponding values were added. 4, there was no matching index in OB1, so answer is given as nan. Similarly, look at the next example, OB2 minus OB3. Which are the matching index? Here it is 0 to 4 and here it is 1, 10, 2 and 12. So which is the matching index? Only 1 and 2. So only for 1 and 2 the values will be subtracted. Okay. And all the other index values will be nan. Okay. For 0 there is no matching index, so it is nan. For 1 you have matching index, so it will be 14 minus 18. Okay, here 18. So 14 minus 18, so minus 4. Then for 2, 222 minus 55, so 167. For 3, there is no matching index, so 3 is given as nan. For 4, there is no matching index, so 4 is nan. Then here you have 10. For 10, there is no matching index, and 12 also no matching index, so all are given as nan. See another example, OB4. Let OB4 given like this. Okay, 15, 14, 12, 11. OB5 given as 11, 14, 12, 15. Actually, the index values are same only, isn't it? But the order is different. Index values are same, but the order is different. Now, what will happen if you give OB4 plus OB5? Values are added, isn't it? Correct them. Whichever is the index values here, 11, 30 and 11, 20. So, answer will be 50 here. For 11, it is 50. Then for 12, it is 50 here and 25 here. So, 12 is 75. For 14, 30 and 50. So, answer is 80. And for 15, it is 60 and 100. So, 160. I hope you understood how arithmetic operations are done. The output will index values will be a collection of both index values. Okay, it will be a union actually. It will be a union of the index of OB2 and OB3 in this case. Okay, OB2 and OB3, which are the index values available, all the index values will come in the output. Hope this is clear. Okay, now there are certain points to be noted with arithmetic operations. This is what we have told earlier. The index of the result of arithmetic operations will be the union of both the series objects. That is what we have seen in this example. For OB1 and OB2, we have used OB1 and OB2. The result contains 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is the union of OB1 index and OB2 index. Okay, repetitions will not be allowed, but all of them will occur once. Hope it is clear. Next point is, during arithmetic operations, data is aligned on the basis of the matching indexes, and this is called data alignment in Panda object. That's a new term that we are learning. What do you mean by data alignment in a Panda object? During the arithmetic operations, the data, how the matching is done, it is done on the basis of the matching indexes. This is called data alignment in Panda object. And we can store the result of the arithmetic operation in another object. we can give OB3 is equal to OB1 plus OB2. If you want to save the result, here if you have given like this, we will not be able to save the answer. If you want to save the answer, then we can give OB3 is equal to OB1 plus OB2, so that answer will be available in OB3. Now last operation, that is filtering entries. We can filter out entries from a series object using Boolean expressions. Boolean expressions are expressions that gives you true or false as the answer. Okay. See this example. Consider this is our OB2. If you give OB2 greater than 100, we have seen this here, vectorized operation. We have done this. You can see wherever it is greater than 100, we get the answer as true. Okay. Now suppose I want to get the data for which it is greater than 100. See how it should be given. OB2 square bracket. Inside the square bracket, we mention this condition. OB2 greater than 100. Okay, this condition has been mentioned inside the square bracket. So you get the data here. Okay, all the data and the index value wherever it is greater than 100. Okay. The next point that we have to learn is difference between NumPy arrays and series object. Now, as we have seen this NumPy arrays, we must have felt that there is a similarity between NumPy arrays and series object. We were almost doing the same type of operations on both of them. Now, two important differences, please keep it in mind. First one is that in case of arrays, we can perform vectorized operations only if the shapes of two arrays are equal. That is, if OB1 and OB2 have the same number of elements, then only we can do vectorized operations in the case of array. But it is not like that in series we have seen. If there is no index values matching, then it will be given as NaN. So that problem is not there in Pandas series. And the second point is that in array, the index value is always numeric. And we don't have an option to give the index. It comes by default. It will always start with 0. Isn't it? Now in series we can specify index value, we can give it as numbers, letters, strings, etc. So these 2 points please remember as the difference between a NumPy array and a Pandas series object. Some more functions, it will be better if you learn some functions like this. That is sort values. Sort values is a method which will help you to sort the series according to the data. And sort index will help you to sort the values or arrange the values based on the index. See the example, let OB4 be given like this. If you give sort index, okay, see the it is coming sort on the basis of index. Now index means values also shifted. Okay, 1130 has come first, 1225 according to the order index value. Now, if you print OB4, it will be coming back in the same value. This is because it is not stored. Okay, it is not stored. It is not in place sorting also, as in the case of list and all. OB4 does not change. OB4 remains same. Now, if you give OB4 dot sort to values, what happens? It will be sorted or arranged on the basis of values. Okay. And two more functions, that is reindex and drop. Reindex is used to create a similar object with different order of same index, and drop is used to remove the entry from a series object. See the example. Suppose OB4 is given like this, and if I give OB4 dot reindex 11 4 12 15, here you see the order is different. Now I want to change the order of the series, that's all. Okay, I want 11 to come first, then 14 12 15. Okay, so I've given like this. You can see that, and I have stored it in OB6. So if you print OB6, you can see it is now in the order that I have mentioned here. That is reindexing. And here you have dropped. Okay, drop. If I give drop of 14 for OB6 dot drop of 14 will delete the entry 14. But here also I have not saved the data. So what happens is, after that if I print OB6 again, you can see 14 is back there. Okay, so if I want it to be saved, then I should give OB6 is equal to OB6 dot drop of 14. Now here I have given OB7 is equal to OB6 dot drop of 14. So OB7, if I print now, 14 is not there. Okay, if you want OB6 itself to be changed, then you have to give OB6 is equal to OB6 dot drop of 14. Hope these 4 functions are clear: sort value, sort index, reindex, and drop. So see, these are the points that we have discussed so far. Attributes of series object, accessing elements of series using index, accessing elements of series using slices, modifying data using index, modifying data using slices, modifying index value using head and tail function, vector operation, arithmetic operation, filtering entries, difference between numpy array and panda series, functions like sort value, sort index, reindex, and drop. Here are certain homework questions for you. This time only 5 questions are there. Please try to solve these questions. Answer them in your homework note. So this is your second homework. Date is mentioned here. Okay, as per the date, please complete your homework note. Thank you.